Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. Happy to be with you. And CD, as we get this thing going, give the folks at home something to keep their eye on.
The running game for both teams, because I think this is going to be an old-fashioned, old-school type of a game. Physical, who wins up front, who runs the ball the best and controls the clock, they will come out the victor.
Their meeting in Super Bowl 49 was thrilling. What's in store here? The Pats and Seahawks are underway. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
On second down, Williams. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll run the option right here on first down. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll try and sneak it here. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. This time Jackson will throw it. And they're going deep for Hill. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 46 yards. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They got it 1st and goal at the 7. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And that's caught by Gronk for a Pats touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Patriots drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Anderson now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 21. And they'll run it for the first time with Ricky Williams. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Throwing is Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now it's Wilson, and he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to have a third down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He is going to find Hill here. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. It's caught, Lockett. And now running right through it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Wilson to lock it there for the Seahawk first down. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Ricky Williams taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Got a man right side. It's Sharp. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. That's the first time we get a look at the 2011 Hall of Fame inductee and 3-time Super Bowl champ Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, he won 2 Super Bowl titles with Denver and a 3rd with Baltimore. That's pretty good investment on a 7th-round pick. Also tells you we didn't evaluate him very well coming out of college, didn't we?
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
On second down, Jackson. And going deep for Hill. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Escaping the pressure right. Over the middle, that's taken in by Gronkowski. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. Flush to his right, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And Janikowski bangs it through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. By kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They start the 2nd half here with Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On second down, here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. And the big boy, dare I say, he showed some athleticism there.
Oh, without a doubt. And you know what else we saw on that play? Why they do more and more ball drills in practice. They want everyone proficient with catching the football and being comfortable, because you never know when a big play like this will happen for a big man.
That post-game locker room, does he get an extra drumstick?
He was going to get that anyway. He may get the whole spread now.
Yeah, put some gravy on there. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
They come out here in the eye. He'll get it up the middle, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kyle Juszczyk punching it in from a yard away. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Out to kick is Janikowski. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
Oftentimes when you're not winning at the point of attack for an offensive line, maybe they're getting out physical, spread things out a little bit, make it more of a one-on-one blocking scheme. Then you don't have to win it physically. You just have to win it by position. That may open.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Jackson. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, Talk about throwing a wrench into the works. He certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Le'Veon Bell, 56 yards. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Big fourth down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on fourth down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson, flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep rights, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And that one results in 35 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. John Randall forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Williams. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Jackson to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. On the counter, here's Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. They run it again with Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Throwing now is Jackson. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it. It got his man complete. And he gets this deep into Patriot territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyreek Hill, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
What do you think? Play this safe? Just worry about getting to OT?
Yeah, don't make any risky throws. It's going to change the outcome. But if anyone slips, take the big shot.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to...
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity. All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson, escaping the pressure right. It's caught. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. Wow, so they were already in field goal range. Now this and a completely new story to tell.
And frankly, what they're going to say when they review this game and go over it, they're going to tell the offense, you had one job, all right? You knew what you had to get done. You knew where we wanted to kick the field goal from. You know our range. Just take care of the football, and we win the game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. And he checks this one down to Williams. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
2nd in inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
That's out to Hill, right side complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmys and the Joes.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now, that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and point it towards the target downfield.
Here's Wilson to throw. And his throw here is incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. So 3rd down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4 down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Wilson will throw again. That's to his running back, complete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
But it's caught on the right side at Smith. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Buying time to his left. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Sheds off the tackle, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes...
And he is in for a score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters